Nebraska Cornhuskers interim head coach Mickey Joseph has been at the helm since Scott Frost left the program in 2022. He's a former player at the school and was hired by athletic director Trev Alberts after Frost's departure. Many applauded the move, welcoming back a former Husker to lead their football program prior to Matt Rule taking over. However, a recent case has shined the spotlight back on the school and Coach Joseph. He would be arrested in November of 2022 and face multiple charges, which are shocking and frightening. Joseph would appear for a hearing from his jail cell. Recently, he sat next to his defense attorney, Sean Brennan, as captured by the Journal Star. He would be charged with felony assault. Nebraska, after placing him on administrative leave, had seen enough and cut ties. KMTV3 News got a hold of the police report. Joseph was arrested for strangulation and third-degree domestic assault. The AP reported the woman accused Joseph, 55, of this. Following an argument, he pushed her where she fell onto a couch. She claims Joseph put his hands around her throat area, and per the affidavit, she claims she was impeded from breathing and unable to take a breath until after she forced Joseph off of her. When she was able to head to the kitchen, she claimed Coach Joseph grabbed her by the hair from behind and pulled her, where she fell for a second time. She then claimed Joseph struck her in the left temple with a closed fist. Police examined her and noted swelling near the left eye and strands of hair removed. However, Joseph's case would be dismissed. The reason? His accuser would refuse to testify. Deputy County Attorney Erica Pruess said, despite several attempts by the authorities in Arizona, she was not able to be served. So at this time, I am moving to dismiss without prejudice at state's cost. Lori J. Hardley, the judge presiding over the case, would dismiss it. Per criminaldefenselawyer.com, prosecutors can still file charges against an alleged abuser solely depending on the evidence and if there is enough of it to bring the case forward. Ruth Davison, CEO of Refuge, a domestic violence charity, told The Guardian, a woman recounting what she claims is her experience of domestic violence in itself is a traumatic episode for many survivors. But that evidence being not just denied, but ridiculed is deeply harmful and humiliating. The outlet went over a bevy of tropes constantly heard. If it was really so bad, she should have left sooner. When on average it takes 7 attempts before a woman leaves an abusive partner, according to Refuge. That she's a crazy ex, seeking attention or a hefty divorce settlement. That he is so likable, he couldn't possibly have done it. Shanita Brown, a certified counselor at East Carolina University, adjunct professor, told BuzzFeed that any piece of content surrounding DV and SA can trigger victims, including anxiety, depression, PTSD, shame, and any kind of content surrounding DV and SA runs the risk of triggering victims, which Brown said can include exacerbating anxiety, depression, PTSD symptoms, shame, and guilt. Of note, Joseph does have a history. In 1989, as a member of the Cornhuskers, per the Associated Press, Joseph was arrested for driving under the influence. 1 year later, a domestic dispute would result in another arrest. No charges would be filed in either case.